All right, hopefully we're backing up. I don't think we missed much. Just some back and forth between both teams. Fitch is enjoying some possession in their attacking half. Faith Walston comes out of her box. Gives it Das Boot.
Das Boot.
That's still working. Yeah, this sun is wreaking havoc on the production here.
Yeah, we got some massive lens flare. It's like staring us
Into our
right-
soul.
Yeah. Looking into the windows of our soul.
You may or may not hear some music. We got some cheerleaders in the back on the back turf. Ooh. No foul. They're running a two-man system. Today has had a shortage of referees. I know the Springfield girls game was postponed due to a lack of referees.
That's not a good sign.
No, that's not. It's not. Indeed, Dan. Kicking it out. I believe that's Melina Carabia. Nicely stolen. Looks like number 3, Anastasia Thomas, stealing that one. Getting it up top. That's Sarah Blasco leads it off. Ooh, interesting throw. We're 10 minutes in, and neither team has a shot or a shot on goal. It's a defensive battle so far. While we're watching this, staying in that same corner. Yes, my favorite thing.
Yeah, I only hit about 1 or 2 buttons last night.
You know, it would be. I know we are Johnny Complain a lot right now. Me specifically. Sun going down and them removing this weird window right in the middle of our viewing area.
Yeah, the new press box at the Ostow facility has got a bump out, and it's like they didn't plan on anybody recording here.
I agree. Ooh,
Probably why they have huddle cameras all up around here.
correct. It's like, we got huddle, we're not worried about it. Ball out right, wide. Bryn Saline making the run, but nothing to it. Throw in for the Spartans. Subs coming on. Sub coming in, number 18, Gina Morani. We get a shield for that, Dan?
Yeah. Need
All
an
right.
umbrella.
Note to self, maybe go to the other side next time.
I did ask.
Hey, we're learning. This was my call. Go. That looks like number 9,
13.
Jalen C. Can we give her a nickname that'll stick?
I would prefer
Chicatello.
I would prefer just hear you try to say her name.
I know Chickatellis, Chicalellos. Maybe it's a Chicalello. I'm putting too many syllables in there. If me versus the name was a heavyweight bout, someone would have thrown in the towel by now. Is this a corner kick? No, throw it. Dangerous area. They got numbers up. Everybody's on this half of the field. Control. Number 22, Ella Holbrook on this near side, getting up the Bree Jokey. Looking for Bryn Saline, who plays. Looks like she plays as an outside forward up there. Nice step. Was that Sarah Barrow, 35? It's a high number to have for a starter. I noticed that.
I do agree. I think teams are going more now, just going straight 1 through 40 if they have 40 players on their list.
Yeah.
Not the you don't see a number 99 out there anytime soon.
No 77s out there. They're letting them play out there, especially with the two-man system. They don't get to see a lot. That's a great stick. Is that T.T. Mendez?
Yep.
Goes for the ball, finds Bree-Joki.
Can't tell from up here, but did you recognize any of the referees today?
I did not. I was going to introduce myself, and then they started doing senior night or something along those lines. It is senior night here for Austintown Fitch.
Your reputation probably precede yourself.
Yeah, they're like, don't talk to that guy. He complains about refs all the time. Just only the bad ones. No, but I like seeing an influx of referees. That's good to see faces you don't recognize. Although I do like some of the referees that I know. It's a misplay there by Morgan Ock. I like that game plan. When in doubt, dive. You know you're not going to get to the ball.
Yeah, two-man system. You never know what's going to be, what kind of a call you're going to be getting from that.
Yeah, exactly.
By the height that we're at, when this ball goes to the corner, it looks like I'm holding the camera at an angle.
Yeah, it does. One, I believe that's Ock that won that one. Number 32 for the Spartans. It's a nice ball back in. Can't be controlled. This could be dangerous. That's Sarah Blasco. She's got a lot of speed. Coming off an ankle injury, though. Wouldn't know it to see that pass. Ooh, unfortunately, that's going to go out for a corner kick for the Spartans. First one of the day.
Corner kick play 93. If they practice 100 corner kick plays, I will take my hat off to them.
I thought you were going to say you're going to take your hat and eat it.
What?
I've heard people say that before. If this happens, I'm going to eat my hat. No?
I don't know what kind of situations you're in where that comes on.
Listen, the people I run with eat hats. All right? Lots of space. I probably wouldn't have passed that one. No one was really pressuring her. She could have brought it up a little bit more, I feel. I don't normally do this, but I want to give a shout out to my daughter who just ran her first cross-country meet in 7th grade. She came in 14th place. Got a ribbon. Why did I, when I saw it, think of Meet the Parents? We're like, they give ribbons for 9th place? But that is, I don't know how many runners were there, maybe 60. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to count. But 14th place. I did not eat my hat that time, but I just want to give her congratulations on her first cross-country
Side
meet.
note on that, cross-country is something that is way more exciting to watch than anybody would anticipate.
No, you're absolutely right. I thought I was just going to be like, run faster, let's go. No, it was exhilarating.
It's the most individualistic team sport you could play.
Yeah.
You could do. It's still individually driven, but it's a lot of teamwork.
Ock with Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Into the side netting for a goal kick. We're 15 minutes in. Score 0-0.
We are about 5 minutes from that sun being out of our eyes.
Yes.
I just stared right into the sun.
Yep.
And I can no longer see what I'm looking at.
It's always a smart decision, Dan.
I think I don't have a hat on.
Just to let everybody know at home, while this game is going on, yes, we are having our own conversation, but we get loopy up here. Both of us work full-time jobs. Both of us have kids. So when we get up here, we lose our minds a little bit.
Especially with the technical difficulties we're dealing with here in the beginning.
Yeah. But hopefully next year we will have some upgrades and have more technical difficulties to deal with. It's a nice ball to the far side. Nope, just can't get it onto a foot there. That would have been a crucial turn for Sarah Blasco. Dan, that game last night on the boys' side was pretty exciting.
I was very fortunate I was able to be at that game. That was one of the more exciting games I've ever witnessed back and forth action. 9 goals.
Yeah, 5-4 United over Ursuline at YSU, one of the best venues that you can possibly be at.
Yeah, one of those things, if I try to explain the game, it will not do it justice. By me saying that, you should go to our YouTube page and watch the replay of that.
Absolutely. I think you did a fantastic job doing that all on your own.
Thank you.
I know. It's like you feel like the guy in the band that has, the cymbals between his legs, and he's kicking the drum and he's playing the flute all at once. Oh, that sun has hit the point of no return. Thank you very much.
So, game plan for Fitch looks like they're trying to find some space between the center back and the outside back. They've done it several times, trying to spring their outside wingers in and try to cross the ball to the middle. They're also keeping numbers back as well, respecting the speed of Blasco.
Yeah, you see a lot of players warming up on the side. Maybe that's a thing that they're mass subbing in here.
Glad you're dealing with the subs today.
Yeah. They don't have the announcer doing it, which we always love when they do it there. I think Poland did it. Canfield did it.
Just about everywhere else does it.
Not at Fitch. Another dangerous ball. 2 players on defense. You got to get the communication right on that side. When you talk to Coach Derek Patterson on the Boardman side, he said communication is key for his team. If they're communicating, it's a thing of beauty, and it'll be a lot easier for them to do what they want to do schematically.
Fitch looks like they collapse on the ball very well defensively.
Oh, yeah.
They're not giving Boardman any space to make a decision or to try to settle it down.
But you look on the outside, Bryn Soline was not involved in that play. She's playing almost like a outside mid that's attacking outside mid, if that's such a thing.
Right. I can't tell if it's a 4-3-3 they're playing because they're playing so wide, but they are coming back, like you said. So it could be like a hybrid between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 that Fitch is playing.
Yeah.
Boardman definitely has 2 up top.
Yeah. Interesting. He's got to release it now. Fortunately, gets it over. That looks like Sarah Blasco, who trips on the ball. It's a beautiful night. This would be perfect playing conditions if we were down there on the field.
Luckily for everybody else, I am not.
Or we don't need any more, pulled muscles and torn ligaments here. Everyone's ankles are intact.
I guess we're substituting the sun for the win, but I'll take that.
Correct. As Morgan Ock for Boardman comes off the field, she is a smaller stature player, but she plays very, very physical. Dan, can you think of a player from the past that kind of can relate to that assessment?
I mean, 2 players I can think of offhand are both Fitch players. It was Sam Kamens from the early 2000s, and actually my brother as well, graduated 2014.
Your brother's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, Ben Conley.
Out for another throw-in. Let's see if this is play 101, or do they think they count down from 100? They have 99 through 90.
What number was that there?
I didn't catch it.
No.
Ball still in danger. If you're Fitch.
Das Boot.
All right, we're hitting the lull where everyone kind of has usually see a lot of mental mistakes here. Equal parts from the beginning of the game to halftime. Dare I say, Dan, I should have worn a jacket.
I got one sitting behind me, but it doesn't do any good. Sitting back there.
Now, that chair's probably warm, though.
Yeah, Fitch is definitely dropping both their center backs back farther, but that's allowing Boardman to push both of their forwards up onto their center backs right in 2 1v1s.
And I think Boardman's job is to get Sarah Blasco onto Chloe Smith and have her check towards the ball to pull Chloe Smith out of her position.
Right. That's a tough job that Chloe's going to have today, marking Blasco, but I think it's almost numero 1 versus numero 1 on each team.
And then once you start, focusing on Blasco, then Jalen Chicacello. I keep putting an extra syllable in there. Then she's the one that starts to score for Boardman. On the other side, TT Mendez looking for space, finds Bryn Saline. Who finds, I think that's Melina Carabia. I do wonder if that goes into your game plan, having only 2 referees. You're not probably going to run an offsides trap.
I would defensively, I would absolutely agree with you. Offensively, I would push the line quite often.
Nice turn. Unfortunately, right to a Spartan. But she gets it back. Probably wants that one back.
About 23 minutes in, I don't think Fitch has made a sub yet.
You know what? I think you're right. It being senior night. It looks like it's going to be a throw, Spartans.
Boardman's had a lot of very deep throw-ins. They've had almost a game's worth of throw-ins in 20 minutes of this game.
I bet you Coach Patterson makes a note of that to work on that in practice. See if you can get something special out of a long throw. Seems like Fitch is not really playing ultra defensive, but when their ball is in their defensive third, they're really throwing players back.
Right. Even though Boardman's had the ball in their half most of this game, they really haven't had any quality looks at goal. They have had a corner kick, but I think Fitch is going to do the bend but not break and try to spring a counterattack game plan here.
And Boardman's Coach Patterson said, 2 touches, 2 seconds, ball's got to get off the foot. And unfortunately, they went against his little law and lost the ball immediately. This looks like Bree Jokey playing it outside. Nice ball out here. Ella Holbrook. Nope, not Ella Holbrook.
Yep.
No, I was right. Goal kick, Boardman.
I did not see it as a goal kick, to be honest with you.
I think they kind of did that look at each other, figure out what to say after that.
Yeah. It's one of those, in a two-man system, 100%, you tell your players to go out there and grab the ball every single time it's a iffy call. Try to buy yourself a call here and there.
Exactly. The way she's setting up looks like she's going to go short. And I would have been wrong. That's 2 fouls on Chloe Smith within a couple minutes of each other. Thought they played it early. That's good awareness by the Falcons.
That's a difficult ball.
That was probably the best chance at a goal we've seen all game.
Right.
Which doesn't say much about the game, but that's a pretty good boot, too.
That was a very good boot.
This could be dangerous if she doesn't.
Almost had the same scenario on both sides of the field.
Yes.
Within seconds of each other.
That's where you look at a team like Howland, you look at a team like Canfield, you look at a team like West Branch. You don't usually get that, just kind of boot the ball and see who's faster.
Right. They
play more of a possession, bring it out wide style. Oh, our first shot on goal.
Tell you what, Chloe Smith is fast. She's a perfect center back there. Cleans up everything that comes to her.
Yeah. So I'd have to imagine that after watching a couple minutes of how she plays defense there is to bring her out of that position, make her chase something wide and play the ball back into the middle.
Yeah, with Boardman playing a double forward position up there, yeah, like you said, you bed one on her and you make her run off. Like you said, the sideline, open up that space. That's exactly, we're on the same page on that.
I remember when Coach Biros from Massillon Jackson, I swear he told his players to actually go tag our outside defenders and then check back to the ball to like activate them and make them come out running after the offensive player. All right. The right buttons do the right things. Seems like Boardman favors this near side as well. They haven't played the ball to the left a lot, and you can see there's a ton of space out there, especially with Bryn Saline pushing up. But she's open now if they can get it to her. That's the right play. Probably should have been played a little bit ago.
These situations, Fitch gets Boardman in. I would 100% push my team up and put high pressure on Boardman. Try to create some offense by playing some defense.
Yeah. That's what happens if you've got long legs. That helps out defensively for Foley. When in doubt, go down. Bring the landing gear up and crash to the ground. I think she had a shot in there if she didn't try going through those two players.
Right. I think she did get clipped, but that was for sure. They got the ball first, though.
Correct. Ooh, first shot. Great save. That's Ella Holbrook with the shot and Faith Walston with the save.
That was a very good look Fitch had, right? I think it was right in front of the penalty spot.
Yeah.
First timer.
I remember Faith Walston when we first started Steel Valley Soccer. One of the games we covered and were live tweeting was Boardman at West Branch. And she was an incoming freshman playing varsity before I think school started. A couple people thought I made her up when I said good goalkeeping by Faith Walston. Like, who? But she's definitely made a name for herself in the last 4 years.
Das Boot.
Fitch makes their first sub of the game.
Yeah.
10 minutes left, 30 minutes into the game.
She's at 13.
Yep.
It's Gianna Franklin. I just hope that last year we did this game when it was at Boardman and they played to a 0-0 tie. I have a feeling that's not going to happen this year. I think we're going to have the game decided by a penalty kick.
That's a bold statement there, Kyle.
Sorry, I was muting you. You know what I haven't used yet this year?
I don't believe you.
The button that sounds like that. We keep it professional here. Well, at least now we do.
Boardman with the goal kick. I think that's about the third time that Boardman's taken a goal kick and it's went out of bounds.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Again, the subs on the sideline getting a lot of action there. Moving around, staying warm in case they're needed. This looks promising. She can probably get a shot from there, and she does. Just wide right. Might have hit that with the outside of her foot.
That's 100% where that shot came from.
While they're waiting to get the ball, we want to thank our sponsors, our gold level sponsors of Baird Brothers and North Jackson Hydraulics, along with our others, Armstrong Cable, Abaco Foundry, Allstate with Robert Fusco, Papa John's, Packer Thomas, and Bodie and Perry.
You got him.
Yeah. Boom. I'm getting better at that, Dan. We did record our first commercial and decided that I sound terrible, so we're going to redo it.
Oh. Someone got absolutely jacked on the sideline.
Just seems like that final third, breaking that last line. I know, I feel like I said those exact words last year, and it's the same struggles they're having this year. Fly by the Geese.
Nobody look up.
That's a nice ball. Good touch, and all she could do was kick it out for a corner kick.
So it's been a minute since Boardman's had the ball down here. I expect them to try to play 85 here.
Play Area 51. I can't think anything else. 007. Oh,
Close.
whatever that was, try that one again. That was right on target. I think is that Blasco that took that? I think I can tell by her shoes. Those are the ones you got to take advantage of when the keeper stays on their line and you got all the space in the world to do what you want.
Observation here. Fitch defended with everybody on those two corner kicks, but Boardman still kept two back. Surprised they didn't push at least one of those two up the field. Plays like a little sweeper to kind of mop everything up if it came out to the top of the box.
That could be an adjustment they do in the second half. Coach is talking to the team probably. Throwing for the Spartans. 6 minutes left to go. 0-0 tie. Couple shots on goal for Fitch. I don't think there has been one for Boardman yet.
They've had shots, but none of them have been on goal yet.
Fitch definitely favoring that right side.
I think most players are right-footed, right side, because both teams are doing it.
Correct. Good find into space. Ella Holbrook looking for that pass up the middle. Good shield. 33, Sophia Hunter. I think just a little bit more control and vision will get this game opened up wide. Just making quicker decisions, too. And the ball going in the back of the net. We just need those things to make this.
This is soccer.
This is dangerous. As she dribbles it, literally, out of the goal. She's got a solid 40, 45-yard punt in her.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, boy or a girl. Coral's got one of the bigger punts I've seen this year.
Correct.
Chloe Smith with a very good step up there.
Little unable to control it. Little pool. Nice wall pass would have been good there, right?
Right. I mean, what was very evident on that play was how fast Chloe Smith is. Her speed is looks like game-changing ability.
Oh, she kicked the bottom of her foot. Some good sportsmanship there. I think that's what Sarah Barrow from Boardman checking on the injured Melina Carabia.
Yeah, it's about the third time she's been hit in this game.
Sounded almost like she hit it with her toe.
Yeah.
Had a weird sound to it. Could have been a down goose there.
Your Randy Johnson references around here.
Oh, yeah. No doves allowed or pigeons or whatever it was. That's one thing that's probably tough to break a habit of, is that when the ball comes to you, not just to just kick at it, to try to control it. That's a great look. Going back post, excuse me. Might be one of the few times going front post was the play.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but Jordan Coral in the back goalie, she kind of positioned herself back post. I don't know if she anticipated that happening or what it was, but that was the right decision to make for her.
Uh-oh, here we go. First goal of the game with 1:48 left. I believe that was Sarah Blasco. All right, we already have a higher score than last year, and we still have a half left to play. Sun went down. Our technical difficulties have gone away, if I haven't jinxed it. The wind has subsided dramatically.
It's like there's just a jet stream right
flowing into the press box.
Yeah.
What do they call that? A Canada Clipper? Ooh, this could be dangerous. Bree Jokey has a lot of speed if she can get past that last defender. 1 minute left to go in the half. She put a left-footed shot on frame. Faith Walston is battle-tested and handles it easily.
Yeah. Jokey made good contact with that shot, like you said, though. That was an easy save.
Did you see the English on that ball when she trapped it?
Yeah.
Fitch trying to level things up before the half. Yeah, just give it dust boot out of bounds. Ooh, I think that was closer than appearing. If I am the Boardman keeper, Faith Walston, I wait and don't kick this.
You take the yellow card here?
They wouldn't give you. Look, she hasn't even set it down. This is a smart veteran play. No need. She booted out of bounds. Give it back to your bench.
3, 2, 1, 0.
That's a great play.
You called that perfectly.
All right, 1-0 off a Sarah Blasco goal with less than 2 minutes to go in the half. We'll see you back on the other side for halftime.
Will Gary Masick please come to the press box? Gary Masick, please come to the press box, please. commercial cleanup and restoration.
All right, we're coming back from the second half. Both teams trying to stay warm. It's getting a little chilly out there once the sun went down. It's a beautiful sunset over Austintown. Dan, your thoughts on the first half?
Oh, there we go. At the first half, I think it's pretty evident what the two teams are doing. Fitch is trying to keep numbers back. They're trying to spring a counterattack. They had a couple good chances at goal. I remember Holbrook had a good chance. I do believe Mara Glass also had a chance on goal. Other than that, it's been they've been playing defense most of the half. Boardman, they've been putting their forwards up on Fitch's back line, trying to get some runs in behind the back line of Fitch.
Yeah, and it looked like it was a deflection that the ball came perfectly for Sarah Blasco, who slotted it home past the keeper. That's the difference in the game right now. It does say that there are 10 more minutes of halftime.
This has been the longest halftime.
Maybe they went out. They went out for a drink or pizza or something. Both teams are ready.
Yeah, albeit Boardman is winning 1-0, but this still could go either way. This is senior night for Fitch, so you get a little more pep in your step for senior night.
Absolutely. Sam Marsico from Fitch. How many years has she been here, Dan?
This is her 4th year as a head coach. She's been here. She was the JV coach before that, so I don't know how many years.
I will say here's a blast for people from Austintown listening. Who I saw today in Austintown Township Park was former head coach of Austintown, Tex Martin.
There's a throwback there.
Yeah, I've not seen him in some time. Got to have a little conversation with him. Good guy, Tex. Both, I believe all of his kids went through Fitch and played.
Yeah.
So
Still see them at the alumni games every once in a while.
It's an odd scene right now.
Yeah,
Both teams are out there ready to go. Anxious energy. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on.
I do have my coat on for the second half.
Yeah, referees are here. They look like they're kind of intact.
Yeah, the game got started a little bit late because of the senior night festivities. Are we going to... This has already been over a 15-minute halftime. Normally it's a 10-minute halftime.
Yeah. And Dan, you've been a part of a lot of senior nights between playing, your brother, and coaching. Was that not the fastest senior night intro I've ever seen?
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fitch only has 4 seniors, but even normally, it seems like it always gets drawn out. Not that that's a bad thing.
Correct.
But that was always one of my favorite speeches as a coach, was reflecting on senior night. I'll just say it right now. Let that kill some time.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 8 more minutes, Dan.
Now, as a senior night, your freshman year, your first senior night, the only thing you can think about is, I can't wait for it to be my turn to be a senior. And that's all you can think about. Then by the time you're a senior, the only thing you can think about is wishing you were a freshman all over again, being able to go back and do things maybe differently. Maybe not, but it's crazy. You're always wishing to be something else when you're not that.
Absolutely. Yeah, senior night you always kind of look back at as, well, normally coaching. You want to get a senior night against a team that you have a chance against, that you're going to, sometimes you get that cream puff of a team that you can get a win. Everybody goes in afterwards and has a good time, and it's smiles all and handshakes all around, and no one's eating hats.
I see the referees right now trying to get into contact with somebody in the booth to try to reset this
like,
clock
hey,
to a...
Yeah, like, hey, turn this off, put the timer at 0, and let's go. Yeah, I can't think of a situation that would make this last longer. Sorry, but back to senior night. No, you always want to have something special for the seniors that have put most of them 4 years of time into this, because it's, soccer is an all year round sport. You have your conditioning. Now it's from May through July. Practices start August 1st. Games all the way through to, if you're lucky, November. Once, you have that 30-day period where you're not allowed to contact, the coach isn't allowed to contact the players. And then after that, it's weightlifting. It's playing for your club team. It's going for indoor. There's a lot that goes into this. This is one of those sports that it's not just, throw the ball out on August 1st and see what happens.
Right. Yeah, you almost want to, the saying, win before you begin. And most of your work gets done out of season. Most of your getting better. Most of your gelling as a team. You're talking about indoor soccer. There's also futsal. Teams play futsal. So a lot of times you're playing indoor and futsal and club and everything else like that. It's a lot of time that gets put in, not only by the players, but the parents and the coaches.
Oh, absolutely. Parents, I'm finding out firsthand that this weekend tournament, the Great Lakes Erie Fall Classic up there in Erie. We'll be up there for Saturday and Sunday games.
It does appear we're going to be waiting out this 25-minute halftime. I think we've given up hope, and we got 5.5 minutes left.
So let's chop wood for 5.5 minutes, Dan.
I think that's what we've been doing.
Absolutely. Bail and water here.
Should have prepared a podcast, maybe.
That would have been nice, huh? If we would have known we had 25 minutes here.
Right.
No, so far, let's reflect a little bit on the season that we've had so far as Steel Valley Soccer. Some of the weather has been a little bit treacherous. Some rain last night.
It seems like it's either perfect or it's completely succotash.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the middle ever.
There's no light rain that
Right.
we have to contest with.
And for whatever reason, the last 2 times I've handed out a player of the game, it's been absolutely a monsooning on me as I'm trying to do that, as I'm running down. But I think this year on the girls' side, I think the Canfield girls, I think they have a great shot at making a serious run in state this year.
I think so. I think it's one of the best teams I've ever seen on the girls' side. It's just you get complacent. You get, sometimes with teams you get jealousy when they have success because some get more than others.
Right.
I don't know if that's what they're experiencing at all, but I've seen that firsthand when I was coaching and playing, and you just got to make sure that everyone's on the same page because 20 years later, no one cares who was all district, no one cares who was all conference. You look at the banners that your team put up,
Right.
and that's what's more important.
And that's no slight at West Branch. He's also D2.
Absolutely.
Our top 4 or 5 girls teams are absolutely stacked. There's not a whole lot that separates them, but just looking player depth-wise, West Branch plays more of a team game. They have some very good individuals on the team. But Canfield as a whole, the talent that roster has is from top to bottom is unbelievable.
Yes. And West Branch has a pretty good roster, too.
Absolutely.
Allen has a pretty good roster. We got some 3-4 champion undefeated so far in Division III, ranked in the state. So we have a lot of talent in this area.
Oh, we have a third referee that just came out. Maybe that's what we were waiting on.
Maybe that is what we were waiting on.
Oh, well, sometimes the answers come to you if you wait.
Yeah, so the girls' side of things going well. Warren Harding cracked our top 5.
Yeah, that's
After
the first time in the history of Steel Valley Soccer.
Absolutely.
that any
Beating
Warren Harding team has done it.
beating Hubbard, beating Niles, beating Nordonia. Coach Kevin Brown's doing a fantastic job, him and his crew over there at Warren Harding. I got to see Tilden Tatabe, Coach Tatabe, while I was at that game. I remember him. He's been head coach for 16 years.
Yeah, both sides of the girls and boys at Harding, they do a phenomenal job
Absolutely.
of finding athletes and turning them into soccer players year in and year out.
And hopefully their job gets a little bit easier with that complex that they're building.
Right.
I believe it's on the south side of the field. Indoor track, batting cages, golf simulator, a bistro, indoor football/soccer field.
That's sounds like a college.
Yeah,
A college
it
campus
really
there.
does. I have a feeling that Fitch is going to try to do something like that over on the side there sometime soon.
Yeah, I think both these, Fitch and Harding, I don't want to say keeping up with the Joneses, but both of the campuses seem to have a very college-esque vibe with the facilities that they have, the fields that they have to offer the community. We got 2 minutes left on the countdown.
Oh,
But it looks like we're taking the field. And
look at
There we
that.
go.
Thank God.
Get up and stretch here. Oh. Ready for a good second half of soccer here?
Absolutely. What sound effect goes with this?
Pulling back the curtains.
Yeah, and don't mind the man behind the curtain. All right, they switch sides. They get ready. Third referee is,
In place.
yep.
Cannot tell who that is from up here.
By the hat, it might be Holly Herholtz, whose name I'm hopefully saying correct. Oh, by the way, everyone who has listened to me struggle, it is Jacqueline. No, now I'm ruining her first name. Jalen Chicolo.
That's it.
That Chicolo. That's the one, man. I wrote it phonetically, and I still looked at it funny. Sorry to Jalen for messing up your name for the entire first half. Hopefully I'll do better this one. I will say this, being at this field since they put the turf in 2007?
Yeah.
I do like the old style better where the end zones weren't colored in. They were just green with the word Falcons in white.
I don't disagree with you. I also like when they was kind of two-tone green every 5 yards.
Correct.
But that's first world problems right there.
Absolutely. I have a feeling they're going to be changing this turf anyway to get that AF out of the center and make it that block F that they've adopted. Ooh, Megder. But she got it back. Nice Cruyff. Drilled it at her teammate. There's Chickalo. So I just got to remember, it's like Brian Piccolo, but with a C. Chickalo. Got it. We might be saying her name sometime soon here. Ball's going to be coming across. A little too close to the keeper. Well done by Coral.
Not giving up a rebound there, like you said.
Coral's only a junior, so they got another year of goalie keeping out of her.
Yeah, if she starts next year, she'll be a 4-year starter for the girls.
Mm-hmm. For one reason or another, this outside mid here stays up as almost another forward. And I think that if she had come back on that one, Chloe Smith would have been able to easily pick her out with a pass. But the second half has started. It's been all Boardman.
Top net is the best net.
Yes, we got to hit all the sound effects on that one. Heck of a shot. I didn't get to see who hit that. I'm sure we'll find out later.
There. That was one of those ones. As soon as it left her foot, I feel like it had eyes for the back of the net there.
That's one heck of a shot.
And if you're Fitch, that's a backbreaker to come out here and give up a goal as soon as the second half starts. If you're Boardman, there's no better way of starting this second half than keeping the ball in Fitch's half and putting one in the back of the net.
Mm-hmm. You'd think with the scoreboards they have today digitally and the guy up in the booth, they would announce who scored that. Help us out a little bit. I'm still working on getting my binoculars. I think I get so excited when someone scores to hit all the buttons that I can hit, and I lose track of seeing who scored it. Now this is where, the most dangerous score in soccer, Dan?
2-0 score.
Yeah, but looks like they smell blood in the water, though.
I do believe I know who scored that goal. I can't tell the number because her hair's long. It's covering the number, but it's
right in the middle
32,
there. 32, that could have been Morgan Ock.
I think that's who scored that.
Okay. We'll go with that for now. They got a bad throw over there. I think as a coach, when you're up 2-0, you breathe a little bit less. But again, most dangerous score in soccer, so things could change very easily. Side note, you know what I want all these venues that we go to come back with is the walking taco.
Well, you can get the walking taco here if you come for a football game.
Is that so, Dan?
Yep.
And is that a band parent thing?
That is.
I knew it.
It's a concession stand thing. Remember the first time I had that at Uniontown Green High School when I was playing.
That might have been the first time I had it as well, and then we adopted it here in our little hut up there when we coached.
It's like we're chopping wood here, but my freshman year, I remember getting it after the JV game, and then I couldn't wait to go back. And I was on varsity when we went back, and I couldn't get another one.
For those that don't know, walking taco is a bag of Doritos smashed up a little bit with ground beef and seasoning with some sour cream, possibly tomatoes, nacho cheese, lettuce, other cheese.
You hungry?
That sounds amazing right now. I don't know what's stopping me from getting Taco Bell on the way home, but
Willpower.
yeah, maybe. Oh. Ball's ping-ponging around, still not cleared. Left-footed, not what you wanted. Right to Blasco, who's trying to get it through defenders. Does. Out wide. Tries to go near post. That's when you want to hit it, that one back post.
Right. Your Fitch right now, the defenseman, they're just bailing water, trying to get it out. I would just try to hit the ball down in Boardman's area, Boardman's end, and try to pressure them. That ball bounced much higher than I expected as well.
There we
a good
go.
ball in right there.
Joki has time and space. If she could chip her, goalie's hugging the front post, but that's where she hits it.
Fitch with their best chance of the second half, which is only their only chance of the second half so far.
Very true. Could be dangerous. What's going to get there first?
That was a great.
Das Boot.
That was a great job right there from Coral coming out. She didn't hesitate at all. She came out, started immediately, and didn't second guess herself.
Yeah, Jordan Coral's having a good game. Those 2 goals, you really can't blame on her. She's did her part, just better shots. As we're getting to about the 10-minute mark into the second half, Dan, let's talk a little bit about player of the game. So far, we have 2 goal scorers for Boardman.
Yep.
Could go to either. Could go to a defensive player that's playing well. I don't know. I think the game will lead us to the person.
Right. Yeah, because right now I really don't have a. Besides the goal scoring from both the Blasco and is that Ock that scored the?
I believe so.
Yeah, both of them have played very well, not scoring goals as well. So we'll see if one of them separate themselves.
And you got Sarah Barrow playing in the center, doing a pretty nice job.
And right now Fitch is down 2-0, but they are definitely generating chances on goal, albeit they come. It's not consistent.
Correct.
But their chances are a good chance they get when they go forward, so they can get themselves right back in this game.
See, I like that. I don't know who that is on the outside defense, but they did a nice job of just controlling it, hitting it to a teammate on the ground, 2 feet. To answer his question, Michael Jackson was at one point, as he had an album called Dangerous, right?
You are proud of yourself right now,
I
aren't you?
really am. Sorry to the guy who yelled that, but that's all I could think about when he did.
Boardman. They didn't have space there.
Yeah, just way too much in there.
Yeah, tried forcing that in.
And unfortunately, look, she looks up her outside defender, her outside mid. Nobody is there for Fitch. Nice save. Was that TT Mendez?
She's impressed me today, being a freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting freshman, Division 1. Bree Saline looking for Bree Joki. She get that pass there.
Oh.
But still is able to find a teammate, and well done by the outside defender possibly in getting in a position. All passing is 2-way streets, and they did a nice job there. Just as I compliment her, she plays it right to the defense. While they have a goal kick, again, one last time, let's thank our sponsors who help us do what we do. This year we were able to upgrade all of our sound system, get ready for our podcast, get more swag for the people who do player of the game. We want to thank our gold level sponsors of North Jackson Hydraulics, Baird Brothers. The other sponsors that we have, let me make sure I get them all right here. Armstrong, Albico, Packer Thomas, Bodine Perry, Papa John's, and Allstate with Robert Fusco.
You got him.
So I'm 1 for 1 on the day. I did well on the sponsors, but I got beat up by a Boardman player's name.
Right. You keep this upward trajectory, you might get player of the game.
Yeah. Announcer of the game.
I take offense to that.
I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, I see Lenny Gessler over there. He does all the broadcasts for Austin Town, does all the commentary. He's been doing that since 19-something.
Yeah, used to stand up on top of a van.
Yeah, he had a little
calling
platform.
games.
And
Yep. I
Channel,
wish I could go back and find those videos.
oh, Channel 19 probably has an archive of them all. Unfortunately for me, we and I went to Ursuline. We didn't have a cable access that helped us out. We had my pops with an old VHS camera. Is that a corner kick?
See if Fitch can work something here.
Play number 94.
Tell you what, even if those are like fake play calls, it would get me, if I was on a defensive end, that would get me thinking, like, what's coming my way right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can tell it's something they do at practice. They keep a play in their back pocket for when they need it. Sarah Barrer playing it out here wide. I don't think the Fitch player sees that inside attacker. Ball boys on the sideline. I think that's little Jack Peugeot over there.
Failed to see what really transpired right there.
Ooh, it's a nice turn.
That is a sound that, there it is.
I still think the girl on the sideline got hit harder. Still stood though. Never took a knee, nothing. God bless her. Looks like Boardman has settled down and had a little more control. As I say that, they kick it out of bounds. But they've had a little more control when passing and controlling it on their foot.
Right. They have definitely taken more of a stranglehold in this game. They've taken, kind of taken air out of the ball for Fitch, kind of made them one-dimensional. Making it so if Fitch wants to get a attack going forward, they got to play a long ball over the top.
As of now, Fitch's only real chances are getting the ball up to Bree Jokey and letting her distribute from there, kind of like that. It's a nice turn. I believe that's... I can't see.
It's a good ball right there.
Ooh, nice turn. Ella Holbrook with the Cruyff out to the outside, looking to get a shot.
If you're Fitch there, it's warning signs being shot at Boardman. We talked about how they can get back in the game, and that's exactly what it is, a quick counterattack. Fitch definitely does have some speed and a little bit and some skill going forward as well. As I said, Boardman now has acres of space in front of them.
Just a little disconnection there. Ooh. Foul against the Falcons. Free kick.
See what play number Boardman runs here.
Now here's where I would, the two players on the back post, as soon as she puts her hand up and she puts her hand down, I would tell them to sprint at the front post. Even if you don't touch the ball, you're going to run interference and make it difficult. Not a bad shot.
No,
Had some power behind it.
You're right, and Coral's got very good hands.
Yes.
I'd say many keepers would try to punch that out. A couple strong hands and caught that.
Oh, Turf Monster gets her. Hope she's okay. I call foul against the Spartans. Checking on the injured player. Clock still ticking. If I was Fitch coach, I'd ask for them to stop that, please.
Absolutely.
And he does. All right, we got just under half an hour. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Hello, San Diego.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't enjoy it, right, Dan?
Yeah, I was going to point out the fact and pat ourselves on the back with our top 5 matching up pretty nicely with the state's polls that came out this week.
Absolutely, especially on the boys' side. That's one thing we didn't get to talk to at halftime, the prolonged halftime here. The boys' side of things. Surprisingly, Mooney getting knocked off by JFK.
Surprisingly, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, I guess.
I know Mooney. It's unfortunate they lost Nick Pregabon.
Mm-hmm.
Could be for the rest of the season to a knee injury.
That's
but,
a tough one for that team.
Right, but JFK, they hang in there. They play a style of soccer. It's like a throwback. It's the 90s. It's a physical, straight up forward. They try to, out physically, out athletic you, and it's working for them right now.
It reminds me a little bit of good to see the injured player going off the field. Reminds me a little bit of the Crestview team from 2001, where
Right.
it's a little bit brute force at times, a little bit skill at times, and teams are kind of hopping from one foot to the other. They don't know which one's coming at them.
Yeah, we saw them play the first game of the year that we saw them play was against Canfield, and I didn't know if their style play was going to be able to hold up over the length of the season with teams getting film on them and kind of figuring them out. But they've done a great job of keeping that machine rolling and keeping the momentum going.
As they say, good teams find a way to win, and they've been finding ways to win. I don't think they've lost one yet. A couple ties here and there. So they might be moving up, probably. Mooney moving down a little bit. Howland was our number 2. Do they stay at number 2? Does JFK jump them? It's something we'll have to talk about this weekend. Hubbard. Hubbard's in the mix there. Hubbard does really well. Only has 2 losses, but to Revere, who's freakishly good. Collected by Faith Walson. And our 5th on the boys' side, Fitch, did happen to lose a game to Howland yesterday, but their first... No, they played a game before that, right? They played Harding before that.
Yeah, it evens up their record at 3-3.
Yes, and 1-1 in the conference. What a luxury having a long throw is, right?
That's something as a coach, I had one every single year. And it almost gives you extra corner kicks out there, extends the field. Great play right there by Boardman.
That's one where you have to dart front post.
Right.
At least give it a chance to where she's not comfortable collecting that.
Maybe if it was a lesser keeper, you could try to play expecting a fumble to come, but Coral's pretty sure-handed.
I'm trying to think what formation Fitch is in right now. Looks like they got 2 up top. We'll fix the timer on it.
Das Boot.
I have noticed that Chloe Smith has had to play way more defensive this game than in the game against Harding, Harding that I was at.
Right, and I think if Fitch wants to get back in the game, it does look like she's moving up the field. I think that's one of their best ways to get back into this game is getting her more touches in the offensive zone. Like her and TT
Switched
Mendez,
a little bit, yeah.
switched.
I might have just gotten them too confused.
Now Chloe just now came back in the game from a sub.
One's 21, one's 12. Maybe I'm dyslexic.
I don't think there's a maybe attached to that anymore.
Odd side note.
If you're saying it's odd, it's got to be very odd. What color's the grass? What color's the shoelaces the girls have on? Oh,
That's a
there's
great
no
ball, but
space.
that's a straight ball to a straight run. Let's see if she can outrun her. Smart play by defender. There's nothing. If you go to the outside, there's another attacker there. That was a great play. Seems simple, but it's not. But Chloe Smith's grandfather, when I was about 4 years old, we belonged to the same lake as each other.
Say it again.
Like it was called Cedarbrook Lake. You know, you go out to a lake, you go swimming for the day, almost like they had Wildwood, they had
Like Yellow Duck Park.
Yellow Duck Park.
Gotcha.
And him and I would play soccer together. We have home video of him who, I don't know, he seemed pretty old at the time, but probably wasn't. Probably my age now. 4-year-old me playing.
That's pretty old.
All right.
All perspective.
Ooh. I think my halftime speech would have been, limit the mistakes, simplify the game, trap and play. That was actually a very nice trap. I know it went to the defender, but she kept it very close.
Yeah. You don't have a whole lot of options.
Under 20 minutes left to go in the game. 2-0 off off a first half and a second half goal by the Spartans. You know what I feel like standing like this or sitting like this with the microphone like in my mouth?
Oh,
Oh.
I did not foresee it, Kelly, but maybe.
I think maybe he had the headset on talking to his assistant referee.
I do agree. I'm going to zoom in on this.
Who takes it. Looks like Sarah Blasco could lead to a player of the game if she gets this goal, separating her from Hawk. Or not. Maybe she misses. Very suspenseful. Another goal for Sarah Blasco. 3-0. Does that make you comfortable if you're a coach on the Boardman side, Dan?
Definitely makes me breathe a sigh of relief, but being it's a Fitch Boardman rival, never satisfied.
Okay, she's on a hat trick. Search right there. And there's Chloe Smith getting up into the middle third. This would be something if they end up scoring off it. I don't know. It almost seems like they pick their head up and they see the other team and try to pass to them. I don't know what that is about. Three nothing is comfortable. 4-0 is better, right?
Right.
If you're coaching and you have the game kind of in command and you can score at will, when do you usually try to turn off the speed?
8-0 is the max. I really think anybody should go. I think 6-0, 5-0, you start putting everybody in, depending on what time of the game is as well.
Correct. I always thought 8-0 was the perfect score. Once we get to 7-8, start subbing out. If we get to 10, I'll allow it. But anything more than 10 is just, no, absolutely not.
No, and if
We
you
will
score-
not score 11.
I used to tell my players, once we got to 10, if you score 11, just don't even stop running. Just run directly off the field.
Well, Boardman, I think if we talk about our top 5, our top 10, I think Boardman was probably at around number 6 coming into today's game
That was the discussion we had this past weekend.
and could possibly move up to 5 with Warren Harding losing to Canfield 8-1, maybe 9-1, I'm not sure. Although Canfield's a very good team, and they do have South Range coming up either Thursday or Saturday, I forget when. So we could see some movement there. But Champion plays tonight as well. Canfield plays Howland. That could have also been a Game of the Week nominee for us on the girls' side, but we've already been to each of their games. We want to see some more teams out there, see what talented players they have.
Yep, they'll play each other again later in the year.
Absolutely. Ooh, going out for the corner. And again, that just epitomizes what's going on in the game. Just a little bit more fight out of the Spartans right now,
Right.
being the difference in the game. Dan, you're a pro at many things. Ooh. Ooh, that would have been nice. But look, she misses the ball and it is, ooh, well, able to go back and fight for it. Seems like Boardman's a little hungrier for this win right now. Although being up 3-0, that helps.
Right.
Surprised that pass got through. Here's another one. Just, it seems like Bree Jokey's just a little bit off on her passes today. I've seen her play before. She's usually the catalyst moving forward. What do you see, Dan?
I agree. I think Fitch, they've been playing very right-handed. I think Ella Holbrook on the left side has had a lot of space. She's gotten in behind the outside back. I think if they kind of turn their head and look the other way, they'll find some space and some success going as they switch fields a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if you're Fitch, you're down 3-0. This isn't a I've still seen some redeeming qualities, good things that make you feel good going forward. You know, tonight, Boardman was a better team.
Dangerous play. As always, check our social media for after the game. Player of the game holding up the T-shirt. They get some pretty cool stuff. They get a couple of our pens, a water bottle, some patches that they could possibly put on jackets or their bags, a pin to put on their Letterman's jacket that says Steel Valley Soccer Player of the Game. They get half off of, I believe it's Cornersburg Nutrition, and then they get a free pizza from Papa John's. Ooh, that's a nice shot.
And sometimes all it takes is a play like that for someone on your team to make a play to give you a spark. And there's still plenty of time left. We're 14 minutes left in this game.
Absolutely. I think that's Bryn Saline hitting and hoping and found the back of the net cleanly.
We'll see what kind of energy this sparks the Falcons here. It seemed like all hope was gone, then that shot came in, and you could right now, Brennan, I can see her jumping around. She's pretty happy, and I'd be happy too if I hit a shot like that.
You catch your keeper off the line a little bit. Yeah, this one isn't over yet. 15 minutes. Goals come in pairs. Looks like Bryn Saline's laboring a little bit. Maybe a leg injury. Or maybe it was just an odd step. This might be dangerous. That's that little bit, just a little bit off. The difference between a completed pass and something good and something bad.
Yep.
And that's been the tale here for Fitch. That's an unselfish ball, I would have turned and shot that. Kind of like that.
I think I said it in the last broadcast that you've never seen a shot you didn't want to take.
I know I take a lot of guff for that. But I just want to say that scorer's mentality is there's not a shot that you wouldn't take.
Right. It doesn't matter how many you miss. You still feel like you're going to make one when you shoot it every single time.
Started watching Ted Lasso. He says be a goldfish. I was a goldfish.
How long does their memory last?
30 seconds.
There you go.
I'm sure my shooting percentage was awful, though. I'm sure I
But
missed
you
way
don't
more than I
remember.
made.
It's a good thing you don't remember.
Exactly. As much as I do like having the game of the week during the week so we can use the weekend to get the stuff ready for the next, Saturday games are way easier to prepare for. As a coach, I hated Saturday games because Lord knows what your team was doing.
But
like you
space
say,
I was talking about earlier.
yeah, she's getting all that space. That was a beautiful ball by
Jokey.
Jokey. We going in for a goal kick. But yeah, Saturday morning games, notoriously teams do not fare well.
As a coach and player, I did not like Saturday morning games. It felt like a travel game to me. It didn't feel like a high school game. I figured as a coach, I had a hard time getting up for it. I figured the players had even a harder time, no matter the opponent.
Yeah, something about being under the lights that adds a little flair to the game, gets you hyped up a little bit.
This is our first noticeably cool, at least for me, night of broadcasting.
Mm-hmm. Well, this could be trouble. Oh, just too far out in front.
Chloe Smith closed down space incredibly quick right there.
She can get a ball back quickly. Yeah, that was out to Bryn Saline, the goal scorer. In the hands now of Abby Masick, ready to throw it in.
Last night's game, watching this, they stopped the clock on every single sub last night,
Yeah, I
which made
noticed
it
that.
very annoying to keep time.
And I understand that when the one team's up and they sub, you stop it when it's under 2 minutes, but at some point it's just a sub and it shouldn't be stopped. Now, if they're doing it excessively, absolutely.
That was a fantastic ball in right there. I think it was Carabia who played that in.
Mm-hmm.
Corner kick for Fitch here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a slide from behind. Fans don't like it, but not called. So we go to the corner kick. Yeah, I can't say I've seen a lot of goals scored on corner kicks, but last night there was a ton.
And last night we had 3.
Yeah.
3 out of the 9 goals were scored from corners. And including possibly the goal of the year nominee from Maddox Andrea.
Yeah, was that it? Was that a header? I was,
That was,
listening as I was driving.
Off a corner, short corner, he hit that thing top net, curled in or right around the goalie on a rope.
And we all know.
Top net is the best net.
That was one of the 2 buttons I hit last night.
When that happens, you're just so in awe of the shot that it's hard to figure out which button to press.
Yep, trying not to step on the call.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give it away.
Solid advice.
Mm-hmm. Red Hot Chili Peppers would disagree. You like that one? That was a good
Yeah,
one.
that was a good one. Unfortunately, I now have a image in my head of them
You have
playing.
Anthony Kiedis shirtless, dancing and singing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan. Dangerous shot here.
Just outside the 18.
Goalkeeper seems to be favoring the back post. Oh, that's definitely not 10 yards.
No, it's literally 5 yards.
But she's not complaining. And she drills him.
Oh, and she was going near post. That was exactly where I would have went.
That's a great ball. Yeah. Got to be able to find that outside defender or outside attacker. If she could have controlled that and played it outside wide, she'd have a much better shot at a goal here. Playing it short. Ock on the ball. Yeah, under 7 minutes left to go. Hawk coming off the field. Looks a little visibly upset at herself there. I think Bree Jokey does a really good job playing with her back to the goal. It's just, it seems like she's one player or one position away from having good things happen up there. I mean,
Right.
she gets the ball, she plays it off, and then there's that last or second pass that needs to be made that never has gotten made tonight. It's a good ball. I like that little bit of finesse from Coral, trying to find the pass instead of giving it Das Boot.
I don't. That was a good play. I don't think her defender or myself was expecting that.
Mm-mm.
She wound up like she was going to give it the old boot.
The German boot at that. Couldn't quite get her hips around on the ball, but someone does. I want to give a shout out to the unsung heroes of Ball Boys, who managed to put 2 on the field right now. Why is it every time I go to compliment somebody, they mess it up?
Tim, you've done a really nice job today.
Das Boot.
Oh, nothing happened.
No. It only works on people that matter.
That was sad.
No, it's just Falcons look a little gassed.
They've only had a very select few subs today.
There's that outside of the foot pass that I detest. Well, that's a great win. Is that Sarah Barrow right there? Playing it up just a little too far. Dan, how does that work with a straight run and a straight ball?
It works because by not working.
Oh, here we go. Just a little too much too early. It seems for both teams almost.
Yeah.
If they could make a couple of passes, the timing's just a little bit off. They're playing a little too early.
That had to hurt.
Yep.
Space there.
It's almost like when I play FIFA from time to time and I forget to hit the button to pass and you just run right into the defender. That's happened a couple times.
When you play in real life?
Yeah.
Why didn't you pass?
I forgot to hit the button. For those of you just tuning in, the score is 3-1. Boardman held a 1-0 lead at halftime, extended it to 1-0 lead, and then extended it to 2-0. And then Bree Saline found the back of the net to make it 3-1 with under 4 minutes left to go in the game. No yellow cards. Nobody really fouling that much. Some good sportsmanship for a rivalry.
Yeah. I think anytime anybody's been tripped in the middle of the field, the opposing team has picked the player up that fell.
See, that's what you want to see. That's an absolute great play by the midfielder there. Looking left to begin with and opening up the field, and then you have a lot more options. they can get a ball across there, they do have options in the middle. This could be dangerous. You guys are in the middle. It's a great first touch. Good play by the keeper.
Oh, good hit.
Ooh.
Good save.
One-handed at that. I did not see the collision. What happened there, Dan?
They ran into each other.
Okay, thank you, Dan.
That was Ella Holbrook. She was coming in trying to get that rebound. And
That's Dan doing his best Ollie Williams impersonation.
that's one of those plays as a goalie. You come out, you know you're going to get hurt. You know you're going to get hit. You still got to come out and make the play. And Boardman's keeper doing just what she needed to do there.
I was once told by a goalkeeper, when you come out like that, you're told to take the ball, take the player, take the guy sitting in the first row, grab them all and take them down. Doesn't matter if it's your player, their player, it's in your hands.
Nice wall pass there.
Oh, off the post. That would have been her third. This can be a shot. And goal. With just under 2 minutes to go. Scoring for the Spartans, Ava Freeborough or Ava Acevedo. God, why do they have to have two Avas there? I thought it was going to be slick. I heard someone yell, "Way to go, Ava." I'm like, "Ooh, I got it."
It was the second one. Was it number 8 that scored that?
Let me check. Yep, that'd be Ava Acevedo. So 4 goals, 3 goal scorers. No clean sheet for Faith Walston. I'm sure she would like to have that. But a win against your rival can never be a bad night.
Right. If you Boardman, that takes pretty much all doubt out of this game now.
Yeah.
You're now smiling on the sideline.
It's that point now where both teams are like, let's just run out the clock so no one gets hurt and nothing bad happens. It's a great score. I don't want to ruin it for him. But those were 3 very good, very simple, into space passes that if they can get that done throughout the game, that would have been a much different outcome, I think. I like that she took a little extra time to use her left foot.
You could tell she wasn't trying to shoot that from away. Her body just mishit that.
Good foul with 12 seconds left to go. This game is a wrap. Rivalry game in the All-American Conference. Boardman Spartans 4, Austintown Fitch Falcons 1. Dan, anything left on the game?
You said about everything. I just ran out of words right there, so there's your answer.
So, thank you for watching our Steel Valley Soccer Game of the Week. Stay tuned to our social media to find out who our player of the game was.